Hello everybody, welcome back to my Let's Play series of Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. It is a new day. I'm starting to feel a little bit less nervous about starting these things. I need to take less time to gather my thoughts and catch my breath. I've got my coffee here from Taylor Books. The pretty girl, unfortunately, was not working today. But I'm drinking through a straw, and you have the lovely sound of ice rattling around to accompany the sounds of me drinking instead of the sound of me slurping up from a mug, which I'm sure is much preferable. Let's go ahead and get started. Launching the game now. So hopefully, I've watched these videos back, of course, as I don't edit them much, but I just take out certain little segments here and there, or if I need to, censor something that I've said inappropriate, then let me turn that back up. Then I do, I do, again, want this to be available to all audiences, but I always think that I've found something that I should do differently, or that I should... I've lost my place down here. This is supposed to be open, I thought. Oh wow, that's just like Blood. Locked. That was a terrible impression, but if you played Blood game, you know what I'm talking about. I always feel like I have all these ideas about what I need to do differently, what I need to improve upon, and then I always wind up forgetting what I've thought of, I just get behind the microphone here and just go crazy. I also just had one of the scariest experiences of my life. Oh no, another one of these shootouts. I think that I can... Let's see here. I know it'll switch me to first person. Oh, I don't have my actual thermal detonators. I have these. I was going to throw some at some people. I was going to throw some bombs at these dudes. But it looks like I'm just going to have to charge in with a little bit of lightning, probably. So let me run in here. If I were more skilled, or it consumed less of my force, I would... probably have some kind of strategy better than what I'm doing. Oh my gosh! And already I'm sucking terribly. I would have a better strategy than just running. Oh, that would have been so satisfying. But, as always, just shy of the cigar. Still never learned what that means. Why they say that. I should have looked that up too. I'll do that right now, actually. Give me a moment. Alright. It's Close But No Cigar origin. Its origin... We're back in the 1920s when carnivals would hand out cigars as prizes. Okay, so really it was like I thought in that, was that the first episode? It was just like I thought. They'd hand out cigars for doing well at something, and what a time. At a carnival, too. I mean, carnivals are generally for kids, right? I wonder if in the 1920s they allowed kids to use tobacco products. I know it was much less taboo. Ooh, I've got a message, but I'm not going to check that just yet. I'm supposed to... Oh, there was a lever over here. That's right. And that'll unlock the door downstairs. Thank you for showing me that, in case I had forgotten. Which is very likely. My memory seems to... Watching the last episode, my memory was terrible on that straight line, Corellia planet. That was really hard to watch. That little segment where I got absolutely turned around. Oh, I need to heal again. Oops, that's not healing. There we go. I also noticed that I said oops a lot. It was almost as if I was being overly apologetic for being bad at the game. Maybe that's something I should apologize for, but unfortunately, it's also one of those things that will probably continue to happen. I feel like an apology only truly counts if you change your ways. You should only have to apologize for one thing once, you know what I mean? And then actions gotta speak louder than words. Which is a difficult thing, because there are certain situations that will never arise in action. I mean, you could say... I would die for you, and you can only prove that once, and at that point, it's kind of pointless to have someone who cares about you so much that they die for you after that first time. You can only use that, once. But it is interesting. My opinion on the word love... Let me get my lightning selected here. No one asked, but my opinion on the word love... Ooh, also, before this, I'm going to try doing my pull attack. Didn't work. I remembered in the last episode that I was looking at the little, what are they called, the moves menu, and I really wanted to try the force pull slash, but it looks like it was effective. He died, but it didn't look quite as cool as I'd hoped. But anyway, my opinion on the word love, I think, first of all, that it's overused. I think that, I started thinking about this in earnest back when I was working at the airport, because there was a woman come up, and I guess that I was carrying with me my usual... unenthusiastic expression, and she put her hands on my, not desk, my little kiosk, And she looked me dead in the eye and she said, "When's the last time someone told you they love you?" And it freaked me out. I immediately went quiet, deer in the headlights look. I said something along the lines of, "I don't know." And she leaned forward. Her voice dropped an octave. And she almost whispered, "I love you." It was incredibly uncomfortable and almost rude. I know that's not gonna sound right, but hear me out. I think that when people do something advertently, knowledgeable of its impact on you, and that impact is negative, or at least, I would say that shock is negative. I would say that no one really wants to be shocked with something. When someone does that knowingly, knowing what they're doing, I think that's wrong. That's an assault upon my person, you know? I don't really believe that. That's another overused word, is assault. Hopefully no one is an actual assault victim here. That would be unfortunate, and of course I have the utmost sympathy for you if you are. But she knew what she was doing. She knew that looking at me and my expression that I was not ready to hear that. And she said it anyway. I'm sure that she had good intentions, though, to be fair. Looking back on it now, again, back in the day, I was pretty upset easily. I was already kind of in a bad mood all the time. They had called me at one point at that job, "the one who never smiles." And that really was strange to me. I've always been a pretty happy, goofy guy. And then all of a sudden, I was described as the one who never smiles, and it just felt very surreal. It isn't the person I want to be. Am I in the wrong place? No, I'm not. Oh man, check this out. This is one of the highlights of the game, if I'm being perfectly honest. It peaked early, but this is definitely one of the highlights of the game, getting to use that thing. I think I get to use one of those against an ATST later, which is also a highlight. Maybe it didn't peak. Okay. Thank you, sir. That's very kind of you, game developers. So I think it's overused. I think that lady was just trying to kind of... Oh no, is that one of those... Is that an ATSD right there? Or is that just one of those mounted turrets? It's a mounted turret. But I do need to sprint past it.
Why would they be guarding this pile of junk?
Oh wow, this isn't... I never realized what this was when I was younger. This is an ATSD though. Or AT-AT. An AT-AT. You ever realize that AT-AT is backwards for data? Kind of. Backwards isn't a language either. You can't be backwards for something. But anyway, I think she knew what I was doing. I went inside and I told Casey about it. One of my coworkers, one of my favorite coworkers actually. Shout out to Casey Sizemore. If you're somehow stumbling upon this, I probably won't send this to you of my own will. But if you stumble upon it and you happen to recognize my voice, I talked to her about it, and she said the same thing to her when she came inside, so it wasn't personal at least. And of course, Casey, being the sweetheart that she is... Am I supposed to go down there? I think I am. Okay. Being the sweetheart that she is, said it back very enthusiastically. You know, they bonded over it. I think that they even exchanged information, if I'm not mistaken, and became somewhat maybe pen pals. I don't know what happened after that, but what I do know is that if she truly loved me, then I think that is a fault. I guess I should describe what I think love is first. Oh, okay. I guess I was moving on there. I think that when you care about someone, you are aligning their survivalistic needs with your own. And I think that the ultimate of caring about someone is placing their survivalistic needs even above yours. You would quite literally die for someone. Aw, man, I didn't get to capitalize on hopping on that dude's head by stabbing him in a cool way. Wait, where's mine? There it is. I think that liking someone is different than caring about someone. And you can say that you love someone in both ways, but I think it's kind of a misnomer to say that you love someone if you just mean that you like them or enjoy them quite a lot. I think that love is particular to the aspect of a relationship that is care. And I think that it's the ultimate in care. I think it's placing their survivalistic needs above yours. And if you don't truly mean that, I don't think you should say it. And if you mean it, but you say it to everyone, if you truly mean it for everyone, then I think that's more a deficit of your of the value that you place on your own life, rather than a surplus of the value you place on others. Maybe that's very cynical of me, though. Oh no. What's my tactic here? I'm gonna speed around and get this guy first. Awesome. Ah! That was unintentional. But it looked pretty cool, especially in slow motion. I wonder how they decided on these core force powers. What do we have? We got speed, push, pull, sense. Sense, I never realized was eyeballs looking up at... a third eye. It's like 3 eyes, so that makes... I mean, that's like the pineal gland. That makes perfect sense. I never realized that when I was a younger child. I wonder what other ones of these I didn't realize. I don't think I know what rage is. I don't think I know what mind trick is. I should look at those in the next screen I'm able to. But back to what I was talking about. I think that if you would sacrifice yourself, if you are, let's say, a brain surgeon, and let's say that you aren't working in America, so that you, I have a bit of a grudge against the American health system. Not that I'm a super forward-thinking guy. I mean, I am in West Virginia, but I do have a grudge against that because of running up against it, and it's easier to have, I guess, a bit more of a forward mindset if you've experienced things like that. But if you are a doctor, you're working outside of the U.S., and people actually can afford you, and you actually are saving lives, truly. Can I get in there? And you sacrifice yourself for someone maybe who isn't as altruistic, maybe isn't as, even if they are altruistic, someone who isn't as knowledgeable or skillful in a domain that genuinely aids the public, then I think that is a miscalculation. I think that might be... Let me kill these guys. Sorry, I couldn't focus on what I was trying to get across, my moral code. I think that might be a miscalculation. And so if that lady didn't truly love me, then she shouldn't have said it. And if she did truly love me, then I think that's something she might need to work on. I would feel bad if she would just, without knowing anything about me, place my life over hers, because I'm sure that it wouldn't take a lot for someone to have created more positive in the world than I have. They wouldn't even really need to have created any positive at all, just not creating negative, and I think they'd have a leg up on me. Maybe that's too self-sacrificial of me, but I don't know. It would be hard to change my mind. It also is one of those things that if I were to change my mind, I think I would even feel... I think the aspect of myself... Do I need any ammo? Yeah. The aspect of myself that once felt very self-loathing would feel guilt for having gotten over that issue. Isn't that interesting? Sorry, I had to reset a little bit there. Got my mind on those strange topics, and probably shouldn't have spent however many minutes it's been on my ideology of love. Definitely not a philosopher, definitely not smart enough to even form a proper opinion on these subjects, but I gotta talk about something. I don't like the way I sound. Not that I don't like the way my voice sounds. I don't really care. It hasn't really... I mean, I've had, 24 years to get used to the way that I sound. So if I'm not comfortable with it by now, then that's just too bad. But I don't like my inflection. I feel like I always sound a bit rude, and I really hate that. Or judgmental. I think that everyone judges. I think that judgment is a good trait to have. I think that it's... I'm not sure how to distinguish between judgment and... well, bias is never good. Bias gets in the way of judgment. Bias isn't a negative judgment. It's just an impedance? Impedance? An impediment, maybe. No. It gets in the way of judgment, I think. your biases. So that's not what I would call it either. Maybe that is a proper word for what I'm thinking of. Basically, I think there is a difference between judging someone in their actions, which is what you should do, and judging someone or using your judgments of someone to evaluate how you treat them. No, that's not true either, because if someone is a genuinely bad person, then you should treat them based on that. I think that could be wrong. Maybe you should treat everyone kindly, but it feels like if someone is acting very strange. Oh, I should be listening to this. They found a search history. Skywalker has gone to some notorious websites. That's me. Whee! I'm intruding. Oh, I gotta heal. I'm outruding. Let me run away. Is that a funny joke? Did you guys appreciate that? You guys. You guy? Strange that the singular guy doesn't feel gender neutral, but guys does. Is guys still gender neutral? I kind of live under a rock. Kind of live in a cave. What in the world was I talking about? The way that I sounded? I need to collect my thoughts again. Sorry. Oh no, I was talking about the way that you should judge people, or the way that you should act based on the judgment of, I'd killed my Tauntaun instead of my please don't. Oh my gosh, I'm really marking you up. Really hard to see the... Oh, and that's also what I was talking about last episode, where you can actually see the slice marks and stuff, and that's really cool, especially on the walls. Every time that I say that you can see it on the walls, every time I bring that up, it doesn't work here. I bet that this one will work. Let me just get around. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? I liked writing with it. Like, let me see if I can write my name. Which name should I write? Because I have many. Oops. Okay. J. O. E. Wow. There it is. That's my name. That's one of my names. My names are kind of strange to me. It's another thing that I think has led to some stranger. My name is hard to pronounce, my real name, and because of that, a lot of people don't use it. So then I had...
Yes, Master. Dagobah.
Let me listen to this, sorry.
Skywalker didn't mention it in his journal.
I'll get back to all these conversations, I swear, and I'll actually complete a thought.
Well done, my apprentice. Meet me there.
I don't know if it's her...
You must be the saber-wielding troublemaker.
No, I don't mind her voice. It's the other one's voice that I do not like. The final girl.
Skywalker sends children to battle the disciples of Ragnos.
Yeah, that is strange, isn't it? I was thinking the same thing.
You cannot hope to defeat me.
Are you the bad guy? Or is Luke Lars the bad guy? Boop, 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 boop. I think this is... Oh gosh, I forgot that this is actually, like, intense. I forgot that I need to be strategizing and not just swinging willy-nilly. Because I think that she even starts jumping around a little bit like a Yoda battle. I probably won't be able to talk about what I was talking about, but I'll try. So my name... Oh wow, that was easy. That was super easy. Yeah, there she goes, jumping around. I always made those sounds as I was jumping around playing as a kid because I thought it made me cooler. I'm sure that other people have done similar things.
About Dagobah. Master Yoda hid there, knowing his presence would be masked by the planet's strong dark side aura.
Why didn't you go there then when you went into exile in the sequel series, if you knew that?
Did you find anything on Hoth?
I don't think these are all in the same timeline.
They must have already taken the Force energy from there. Just as others have.
Unless this is after
everywhere.
the sequel trilogy. He might have, because then at that point maybe he had reestablished the Academy. I know that he did for Kylo Ren, but I don't know how those movies left off. I don't remember that at all. I don't remember what happened. They might be better than I'm remembering if I can't even remember what happened. Which that doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound like they'd be better than I remember if I can't remember anything about them.
I want to help. Rosh is my friend.
You can help.
Oh, they did something to Rosh. That was when you learned about it. Sorry.
Kyle's right. There are still missions for you to undertake, and we can't neglect the.
I'm gonna take a drink.
Of our most promising students. Promising? Yes. Due to your
Ooh.
heroics on Hoth, we are promoting you to apprentice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Master.
That was an awkward
Master,
silence.
Kyle.
Master Kyle. So my name is... Ooh, I get to choose a new style. I think I'll go with... Fast is neat. And it might even be better than strong, but I don't like the way it looks. I guess I'm material like that. I guess I'm vain. Superficial.
Master Skywalker and Master
There is a
Jedi
translation of my name that is easier to pronounce,
a set of possible missions.
especially in West Virginia. And my maternal family started calling me that. My maternal side of my family. But then it got turned into a cutesy little nickname version of that, which then turned into another name. There's a whole etymology with my many nicknames. And so now, being that my friends call me one thing, another group of friends call me another thing, my family on one side calls me one thing, my family on another side calls me another thing, and coworkers call me something completely different, I feel like I don't have a name. I feel like someone could just shout "ugh," and I would turn around. Maybe that's led to some kind of identity fragility. I'm not sure. After this cutscene, I'm going to pause and try to remember what I was talking about before that, because I think that was a tangent. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just continue on. This is a really fun one, and another one that scared me. A lot of this scared me. I might have been kind of a scaredy cat child. Let me check my charge. Okay. I am going to pause and try to think about what I was talking about before my name, because I...
Most prisoners don't even get 10 meters before the rancor eats them.
Oh, and also in the last episode, I think I was talking about these little conversations, and in Rogue One, how they sort of paid homage to those conversations between the stormtroopers. It was pretty funny. All right, BRB. Nah, it's gone. Maybe I'll look back on that in a later episode and rejoin that conversation. It probably wasn't very interesting anyway. And I think that this map, if I remember correctly, has some kind of choice that you get to make that makes it easier. I think that you can go and clear out all the tunnels. You're rescuing prisoners. I don't know if I talked over Kyle, if Kyle gave me a briefing, or if Luke Lars did. Are those Bosk? Are those... Does anyone know if those are Bosk? Or Bosks? Or Bosques? I went the wrong way. But I think that I can clear out the tunnels. I'm rescuing prisoners, and if I clear out the tunnels, then I think that I lose less of them. I think that it's easier to just run them out. But there's a special character in this map. A special, famous creature that I'm very excited to see if you haven't played this yet, or if you haven't watched ahead on a better YouTuber's Let's Play. Don't like those open spaces. Definitely don't like those open spaces. Don't like the cages. Oh no! Oh no, I didn't clear out the tunnel at all. And now they're out there. Okay, so I'm definitely going to need force speed on this, and I'm also going to save my game, because this really does give me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. Probably still yet. Actually, I don't need to... There's a cutscene before I ever run into the darn guy. And I'm not sure that I even can clear out the tunnel.
Get us out of here before the Rancor comes.
Oh.
Rancor?
Well, yeah. There it comes. I like that hand just materializes. It doesn't actually reach around. I was so scared of this. I remember the first couple times that I actually played this through, I would make my father play it for me. Alright, where do we go? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. Oh god! I'm still scared of it. Okay, there we go. You can kill this thing too, but it respawns. There's no point and it takes forever. I think that if it's in a bad location, maybe there would be some value in doing that. Let's see what they're saying. I don't remember what to do exactly.
Okay, I'll get them out. Take the access tunnel down the hall, and someone will be there to pick you up.
Is the way clear?
I'm not sure. Wait here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if I had gone ahead and cleared it, then I would say yes. but I haven't cleared it yet, and I'm not sure where exactly that is. This is definitely one of the maps more reminiscent of the, not in appearances, but in layout and flow, more reminiscent of the original Dark Forces maps where you were repeating a lot, you're going through the same passages a lot, and that does become a bit confusing because of that, but it also, I don't know, it feels, for some reason, even though it is more arguably easy or quote-unquote lazy. I don't want to say lazy. Lazy has a bad connotation. Even though it's a bit simpler of a layout or a scheme to have people, go over the same grounds over and over again, but doing different things, for some reason, it feels more fleshed out. It feels more thought out. If you're just running in a straight line, and just like running into new things, there's a bunch of dudes on here that I have to
The
help.
elders are on their way to the access tunnel, but there are other prisoners that I need to rescue.
All right, I'll pick them up as they come. Be careful, Jade.
I certainly shall be. Can I open this up now? Yay. I might get lost a little bit here. Let me check my battery charge again. Oh, I've got plenty of charge. I think even my laptop battery is lasting longer, just like my social battery is lasting longer. I can't see very well. It's daylight, and I'm, again, in my car. There we go. That's no excuse. I'm also just terrible. But I'm glad that... Oh my gosh! Oh no! That's crazy. I think I just had a checkpoint. Hopefully. Let's see here. Okay, oh my gosh. Bad time to have my hands off the controllers, though. Alrighty. Glad that not all these guys have bombs, because that would be kind of hard. This guy just punches me, even. For some reason... Oh yeah, they were in Dark Forces. I think they've been on all the games, these creatures, whatever they're called. And I think they... Oh my gosh, they really know how to punch, though. They're like really putting their hips into it. There we go. They've been on all the Dark Forces games, I believe, and they always just punch the junk out of you. Sorry, I had a text. So I'm thinking of things that I can talk about, maybe to talk a bit more about myself or my past, rather than just random ideas or a sort of casual flow stream of consciousness. That's what I'm trying to think of. And one of my nicknames was Gopher. How interesting is that? Very interesting, I'm sure. And more of these little umbrella holes. I think it's so cute that in Star Wars they have these little umbrella holes in their tables. Even though this is indoors, who knows? Maybe these were originally outdoor furniture and they brought them in. Or are these stools for people with really long legs? Maybe there's a species here that has really long legs and just sits on these. But anyway, what in the world? Oh yeah, I think it's really cute that they have umbrella holes, umbrella stands. But my nickname was Gopher, and the reason for that was that I had a friend named Matthew who had a face that he would make that he called Turtle Face. And for some reason, I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And every time he would do it, I'd laugh hysterically. He would move his lip in a really strange way. Oh, that's right. I have to go through each one of these things, I think. I'm not sure that I have to actually come down here, but Ow! I believe I do. This hallway is seeming very familiar, so I think that I've been here quite a lot. Oh, that's neat that you can actually press activate on these things to grab them up. That's really cool. But I was jealous that he had a face that he was kind of like known for, I guess. He might have gotten it from somewhere. But I was jealous that I didn't have anything that I was really like, nothing that was sort of my thing. I didn't have special jokes or special quotes or anything like that. And I would ask people all the time, do an impression of me, because I was attention seeking. And no one was able to do it. They would just say, like, I don't know, you're just kind of usual. And it bothered me enough that I spent time actually deliberating on what my face would be. And I landed on Gopher face because I've got a little bit, just barely, of some buck teeth, some good old West Virginia buck teeth. And I was able to kind of tuck my bottom lip underneath them so that they were the only things showing. And then I decided to test it out on a small, what do you call that, test group, I guess. Oh no, there's the bastard. So I gotta I gotta run, distract him, and then let him chase me away from these guys and make sure he doesn't get after them. And he does do like a charge that will probably make me scream. Okay, no, I thought he was rearing up to do it. Come on, buddy. Don't swipe at me. Just, oh, no. I don't like how close he was. Whenever my sprint ran out, I don't like chases. I don't like being chased. He's very slow, actually. Never mind. I don't even need speed, I don't think. Watch me regret saying that. I like these handy little arrows. Totally lost my train of thought. This guy's scaring me, and I'm, Fear is the thought killer, as made famous by the Dune books and movies. I think those guys made it in, right? Is this the way? Yeah. So I deliberated. I showed a test group my gopher face, and it killed. They laughed. They loved it. And so that became another one of my personas. I wound up taking a picture of myself making the face and photoshopping it onto just anything that I could, any sort of recognizable figure that wasn't recognizable for their face alone. I would Photoshop my face onto them. It was a really terrible picture too, because the white balance was horrible. My bedroom light was just straight orange, but my walls were perfect blue. I would say like the blue, like this blue. They were absolutely 00255, and it created almost like a light and dark side, like it was orange and blue. It looked cool in the sense of, I guess, color theory, but in practice, in color practice, it was just ugly. It looked like I just took it on a picture. But people loved those pictures. My friends did, at least. And I posted them to Facebook. I hope that I have deleted them by now and that you can't see them on my Facebook page. If anyone watches this and who doesn't know me already. But I posted all of them, and they got so much attention that people that I didn't even know, like my friends of friends, I don't need to go that way now, I need to go this way, knew about it, and this was the early days of memes too, so like memes were very simple and honestly unfunny, but people still loved them just because it was it was a new format of comedy, and I think everyone was trying to, you watch like some 80s comedies and they don't hold up, and you're like, this was funny? I don't understand how this was funny. Well, that's exactly what was happening with old memes. You go back and look at some of the Grumpy Cat memes, and you're like, there's no punchline. It's just like a cat, and then some just somewhat relatable caption. I've noticed that in modern memes. Where did those guys come out of? I should not have skipped that. I've noticed that in modern memes, it's almost spooky how accurate or relatable some of these new memes are. Kind of unnerving. Where are you guys going? I'll follow you, since I'm supposed to be helping you, but I think you guys know this facility better than I do. But I made t-shirts with my face on it. I got those, what are they called? Sublimation shirts? And the sublimation, I'm probably saying that wrong. That's probably not the right word. I got those little prints and things like that, and I made shirts and made money off of that. My friends of friends, people I didn't know, were wearing shirts with my faces on it, and it was like a little lame claim to fame there in my early days. I peaked young, I guess. I was super social. I went to a lot of dances. More dances. I think we had at the beginning of the year, we had a Valentine's dance. Are you guys gonna go? Okay. I thought I was done for a second. But no, I got a few more, I think. I went to a Valentine's dance at the beginning of the year. I think there was an Irish dance for St. Patrick. And then there was definitely a summer dance. And I think the theme usually changed on that one. I think it could have been it was Under the Sea one year. And that was really fun because at the time, oh gosh, they really know how to liven up a situation down here. Oops. There we go. And then how to keep it fresh. I'm constantly on my toes, wondering what's going to be around the corner. Ouch. So I'm going to need to, I think, shoot these things first, so that I don't run into them, because I totally would otherwise. Maybe I can shoot that guy first. Oh, and I have his gun. I forgot that I have more guns now. Oh, this is one of my favorite guns of all time in this game. For those things. Didn't work. There it goes. It did work at that time. Oh gosh, no. Was that a new guy? I wasn't looking. I was looking at my keyboard. Did it not work after all? Maybe my tame is just terrible. This isn't really known for being the best shooter, I don't think. The original one had auto-aim. I think the second one might have too. I think those early, like, DOS-box games always had some kind of auto-aim because of how difficult it was to aim. Anyway, what was it? Oh, yeah, the dances, yeah. So I got into 3D modeling at a very young age. I had downloaded Blender, and I had taken a course, and I played with it enough to kind of know what I was doing in it. Have I been in this one yet? Let me check that out. But there was a girl who was incredibly pretty, and of course, she was, I think, she was like 4 years older than me. Oh my. I wasn't even mentally ready to die. I had no idea that I was on the verge. Didn't even have a chance to say goodbye. I had a thing for her. Oh man, wait. No way. No way. No way. No way. No way. Did it autosave? Please have autosaved more recently. Oh, I don't know when this is. That sucks! Sorry, everyone, for... Oh no, are you serious?
Hurry. Get us out of here before the
That's
Rancor
crazy,
comes.
man. That is absolutely wild. I gotta remember to save. I gotta remember to save. That's a huge letdown. I wonder if I should... Oh gosh. If I should even pause and... Just... No, because I don't have that much battery left. I can't afford to pause. I need to make this... I'm not even going to finish one of these things. That's wild. Anyway, I'll get back to what I was saying. Had a crush on her and decided that I would try to impress her by building a Did he die? Did he die? Oh, okay. I thought he was sounding like he was dying. I'll let these guys talk while I'm talking. So... I tried to impress her by building a 3D model of a ship. Sorry, the prom that we were doing in summer was themed under the sea. And so I built a ship in Blender, and then I unwrapped it. And then I didn't have a printout or a printing machine large enough to... that's not the way. To really be able to trace it. That is the way. So that we could cut it out in cardboard. So what I did was I printed out a small version of it, like on a notepad, and then took the angles of it and the distances, and then scaled up the proportions. And then that was literally how we sketched it out on the massive sheets of cardboard to build the darn thing. So it was a huge... Oh, wait, what? Did I not get it? Oh, it's right here. It's on this guy. That's right. It was a huge risk. It could have gone horribly wrong because I don't, I was very young. I didn't know, like, anything about anything. I didn't understand math very well yet. I still liked math, but it was always kind of more like, I liked it because it was mysterious to me rather than because I understood it. But it worked perfectly. We would literally take an angle with a protractor, measure out with a ruler, like, over and over and over again, and then cut it out. And it folded up and taped together perfectly. She was... Whoa. What was that? A little bit of soul sand beneath your feet there? Haha. Minecraft is a very fun game. Did I gain some relatability from that? I can't believe I lost all the progress. That's okay, though. At least I know a little bit of what I'm doing. A little bit more of what I'm doing now. It worked. She was very impressed, and I was super proud. I was super proud of that. I bragged to everyone that I had built that ship. I don't think that many people believed me because I was very young. I was like one of the youngest little dweebs at that dance. But it worked. She liked me, even despite a little bit of an inappropriate age gap. Especially because we were so young with that age gap. Oh, I could have... Oh, wow. The checkpoint was after the autosave. I could have very much... Let me save the game again, just in case. Because I definitely don't want to just die. It's also a good idea if you're... less reckless than I am to save your game, save multiple saves so that you can go back and make different decisions. I don't think that any of them are too material yet. Just if you, mainly the main things now would be like investing in the force power and then you realize, oh, I don't like this force power. Excuse me, that was gross. I'll try to maybe mute that. But I don't know, it's a true aspect of myself. Maybe I need to be honest with myself, even the gases that come out of me. Haven't passed gas yet while recording. Haven't felt the need to, though. If I did, I would tell you. I'm very much of the mindset that if you do need to pass gas, it's... First of all, it's rude to do it without like warning people to leave. But also, if you try to hold it in to save face, more than likely it's going to come out. It's going to find its way out. Pneumatic pressure is very hard for the anal sphincter to overcome. Just being honest. So if you do try to keep it to yourself, you run the risk of it slipping out anyway. All this talk about it has actually made me need to pass gas. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but I can feel it growing inside me. Is that gross? Probably not something I should talk about. Where are these guys? I think they're right beside me, weren't they? They were somewhere over here. But after the summer dance, I know that we had an autumn dance. Then there was also a Halloween dance, separate from that, because some people didn't like the Halloween dance. They believed that it was sacrilegious. Then we had the Christmas dance. I think that was it. That went on for a few years. It was ridiculous. I've never been that great of a dancer, but I've also never been shameless. I've always just gone out there and busted a move. I don't think there are any videos. A lot of people in my... Oh no, I gotta lead them away. I gotta lead you away. Okay, please don't... Okay, good. Thank you. I ran right past him. Come on, buddy. No! No, me! Wait, where are you going? There's not even... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can go that way. Is that the... I might be just letting them die accidentally. It would suck if I got less people safe. No, he's going the wrong way. That's okay. That's cool. Here these guys come. Where are you guys going? Is he going the right way? I'm not positive. I always loved, oh no, come on. I'll let more people die now. Let more people down. I always enjoyed slow dancing, of course, more than fast dancing. I think that most guys tend to enjoy slow dancing more just because it's an excuse to touch on a pretty lady's hips. And maybe that's not a right thing to say, especially since at that time I think it was middle school age, and so it was, it's inappropriate to think about those things now. But anyway, I had lots of dances, lots of dancing experiences. It wasn't very common for kids at that point to... Oh my, there's the thing. And I used every force power except for the one I meant to use. It wasn't very common for kids to, have cell phones or have cell phones out, recording, so I don't think there's any video of me actually at these dances. There's lots of pictures, though. I should go through my pictures. That'd be a fun thing to do on one of these videos. Maybe that'd be incredibly boring. But that would be fun for me. I really like going through those pictures anyway. They do make me a bit sad, but... Where's the thing? Where's the little tunnel that I can go through to get back to where I need to be? I'll get back in that tunnel, then I'll probably have to call it. Yeah, it's looking rough. Anyway. Uh-oh. That's not good. I think yellow usually is the right thing to do. Even despite blue being much more peaceful and yellow being kind of an ugly color, I think that... Oops, sorry. Wow, I realized that my mic was aimed down for a lot of that, so I was getting quieter and quieter. My mic stand doesn't hold my mic up properly. If you guys know of any proper mic stand, I probably won't buy it anyway because I'm kind of broke. Okay, so I'm back here, back at the, I think this is the screen that it shows whenever you're loading up the map. So I'll stop there, and I'll go recharge my laptop and probably record a little bit later. But to finish my thought, what was my thought? You know what? It doesn't matter. Oh, no, I was going to talk about doing those pictures, but I think I've already finished that conversation with myself. So anyway, thanks for watching so much. Thank you. If you've stuck through this, thank you so much for doing so. I'm very happy, and I'll see you guys next time.